Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'.
Welcome. I'm sorry, I'm not feeling well tonight.
Let me see if I can get us to show live.
Well, not for sure.
I don't see. Yeah, it says
Yep,
I'm
you're live.
Okay.
Now you are.
Okay. Hopefully. So say hello. Tell us where you're from. And we'll wait a minute until people kind of gather in here. And then we'll get started. We've got some fun. We got a drawing for all three of these cards tonight. And then we've got a fun fold card.
Yeah, it is fun.
Hi, Cindy. Hi, Beth Ann. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Cindy, too. I sound like you. Well, that's not good. Yeah.
Well, as long as you don't sound like me.
Bill didn't have a voice earlier this week and was suffering with fever. He's without fever now, so... And he's been working this whole time. He's just doing it remote. He hasn't taken any time off, but... Neither have I, but I've been definitely going slow. I haven't lost my voice, though. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Tana.
Hi, Marcia.
Hi, Jean. Hi, Marcia. Hi, France. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're so glad you're here. So,
Hi, Nick.
I will start this video saying that Bill got me sick, and that's the last time I ever plan to touch him or kiss him ever again. Ever. That's it.
Yeah.
I hadn't gone anywhere in 2 weeks, and then he comes home and gets me sick. Anyway, so I am having a little bit of trouble with my lupus because of it, and so I'm moving kind of slow. So I just want to tell you that ahead of time. If I have to stop and blow my nose, I'm just going to apologize ahead of time. Trust me, you'd rather me do that than the alternate.
Yeah.
Same with Bill. There may be occasional cough, but we're here and we're excited about this. So let's get started. If you are new, please click that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on anything that we upload to.
And if you are new, this is not our real voices.
Yeah. Comment, like, and share. We would appreciate that. And let's get going because there's kind of a lot tonight. So first of all, I want to thank Tracy and Gracie, right? Gracie. They sent me this winter fox for another critter. Isn't that just the cutest thing? Well, I suppose they give it to Bill, but then Bill gives it to me. So I'm adding...
Oh, it's for you.
Is it? She knows I like them.
It goes on the show.
It goes on the show. That's right. So thank you for that. I do appreciate them. They're so adorable. Okay. Now, last week we did 3 cards. We did kind of simple cards, but we did 3 cards. And I said I was going to do a drawing for 3 people this week. So there was some good shares. There was some shares off of YouTube. I really appreciate that, you guys. So I'm mixing these up here, trying to get these kind of mixed around. Bill, can you draw 3 this time?
Yeah. 1, 2, and let me get one more. 3.
Okay. Good. So, give them to me.
Terry Harris. I don't know Terry Harris. Do you know Terry Harris?
It looks familiar. I think I've sent her one before.
This is off of YouTube.
Oh, you know, it might be off of YouTube. So thank you, Terry. Will you do me a favor when you see this? Will you send me a message here on Facebook so that I make sure I have the correct address for you?
Oh, Mary Jo.
Oh, Mary Jo McCulloch. So thank you so much for sharing.
And, oh, Madison.
Oh, Madison Craft. Okay, Madison.
I haven't seen her on yet.
Well,
She's probably on.
She may be working tonight.
Yeah,
so thank you, ladies. Other than Terry, I know the other 2 addresses, and I'll get those in the mail tomorrow. So let me set these aside. I hope nobody else is feeling as
Well, somebody said they
wore
sound
out.
like us.
Yeah, that was Cindy.
Oh.
All right, so tonight I'm going to show you a couple things.
Billings, Montana. Hello.
Is that Laura?
No.
Oh.
Cheryl.
Hi, Cheryl. Welcome. There's somebody else from Billings named Laura. Okay, Floral Delight 12 by 12. This paper is so much fun. I did
Sounds
not...
like Jackie would like that. Floral.
Floral Delight. Yeah, that's right up Jackie's line, isn't it? I did not know how much I was going to like this until I started with it. I think yellow is such a bright and happy color, so I was really thrilled about that. That is a 12 by 12 in our mini catalog. And then I want to show you, because we're going to be using the Willow White 12 by 12 cardstock. Now, this is only found in the
Online exclusive?
no, this is the
Scrapbooking.
yes, thank you. Words are hard. Scrapbooking. You can find the 12 by 12 in this in the scrapbooking. This is very,
I'm just
very
going off the cue cards.
do
Out of order.
we have cue cards? You just know. So we're going to be using a sheet of this tonight. And yeah. So, and then let me get the stamp pack out. I want to show you what else, though. I'm also going to be using, now this is the Meant to Be dies. So I did not get the stamp set. This does come in a bundle. I didn't. I just wanted, I have the other bee punch things, so I didn't. It's in the scrapbooking stuff too. But I wanted these layering octagons. Is that what they're called? Octagons.
No.
No. What are they called?
Six-sided. Dectagon? No.
Octagon.
Octagon is 8.
Oh. What are they called? Anybody? Because we're kind of brain dead right now.
Too much mad.
Anyway, I wanted these, and just simply for the, I mean, it does have some little bitty flowers here, but I wanted it just for the dies. I love layering. Hexagons, that's it. I just love layering dies, and so anytime we get them, I get that. And then you guys may remember, for those of you who watched my video earlier this week, I did this card on a video on YouTube, and I wanted to show how it was a layout card, and I wanted to show how to do a layout and how you could do something bright. You know, I love black and white and bright, and or something like this, and I love this also. And so we're going to use the same stamp set. Now this is an online exclusive stamp set. It's called You Are Remarkable, and on that one I used this, and this stamp, and then I used a different thing for because this is like stacked sentiments, and so I used a whole different stamp set that is also an online exclusive. But for this card, I wanted to use this, and we're going to make a fun fold. So I'll set this aside, and we're going to start off with, I have a piece of 4 1/4 by 5 Old Olive. Boy, that took a lot. And then I have 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm just going to adhere this down. So I've seen this fun fold online, but I can't find any measurements to it. So I had to make it my own, which is what I do most of the time anyway. So we're just gonna put that down like so. And I'm gonna move this out of the way for now. So this is gonna be our card base. I used... Oh, Bill. Do not sing with this voice. So this is the 3rd in these hexagons, and I use the 4th one. So let me explain these to you real quick. I have 2 of the 4th in the basic white. I have 2 in the 4th one in, which is the smaller one, in the Floral Delight DSP. I have 1 in the
3rd one.
yes, the third one in, which is, give me a second here, Daffodil Delight, and then this is Old Olive. So you use quite a few, but I love this because I'm going to have them all layer and do some fun stuff. And then I want to show you that when these cut out, there's this extra piece that cuts out when you're cutting them. So it's like getting 2 dies in one. It cuts out double-sided. So let me pull this out because this is DSP. So see, here's that DSP. So it cuts it in the small, and then it has this cutout around it. We're going to use that. Okay. But let's start with some stamping. So I have just a scrap piece of basic white, and I am going to use Early Espresso to color my floral image. And my Early Espresso, I ink it up, but it just goes dry so quick. So I may need to invest in a new one. Again, we apologize for the coughing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we do apologize, but we just didn't want to miss a week. So give that a good press to make sure that that goes down. I wish that was a little darker, but it isn't, so we're going to go with it. Then we have the Daffodil Delight, and we're going to do a 2-step stamping. So we have our first image, and then we're going to stamp the daffodil, and I am going to stand for this so that I get this kind of lined up. Don't worry about it being perfect, but just so that you get kind of an image there. Okay. Then with the Granny Apple Green, no, I'm sorry, Old Olive. I'm just so used to using Granny Apple Green, but I wanted to stick to the colors that were in the paper. So we're going to ink this up really well in Old Olive. And kind of line this up also. So how many people had to deal with all that wind? Isn't that wind kind of crazy?
If you're here in the United States, I think everybody.
It's crazy. It was howling. Then I have some pecan pie, or pecan pie, however you say it. And I'm going to ink this up. And this is just for the center of my daisy. Okay. So then, I know most of you are not going to be thrilled with this, but I really wanted it, and I don't think it takes that long, and I don't mind cutting, so I'm going to just go and leave an edge, but I'm not going to do like a super detailed cut, because as I've taught many times before, when you're putting something on the same color background, it's okay if you don't have a very detailed cut. Now, Bill, this would be a good time if you've got a joke.
Oh, I might have one. Why did the dandelion quit dating?
Why did the dandelion quit dating? Because something with something with lawns, because I don't know. I have no idea.
It kept getting blown off.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. Okay, I'm going to give you that one. That one doesn't make me go groan, because it kept getting blown off.
Yep.
So just go in and fussy cut this. And please, I know people are like, oh, I don't like fussy cutting. I don't like fussy cutting. But once in a while, I know it would be nice if all of these stamp sets came with dies, but they don't. And that makes it affordable for those who don't have a die cutting machine, or for you to have stamp sets and not have it be a big bundle and a big cost. It doesn't take that long. And because I'm going to be putting it on a white hexagon, this is going to be just fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. And the people who win these next week will know. Okay, so I'm just kind of cutting around this. I just wanted it popped up. So obviously you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I do think that it adds some nice detail to a card to have something with a dimensional on it. Okay, see? All done. There's a lot of white space there, and if you look at this pretty closely, that's not all that. All right, so I'm going to set this aside. Let's bring in our 12 by 12. So here's the thing. Remember, if you're wanting the measurements to this card, definitely sign up for my email. It's free. I give all my measurements for free. You don't have to go to a blog. You don't have to go to Pinterest. You don't have to go. It just comes to your email, and it'll have the pictures, the photos, the dimensions, and everything that I use to make it listed in that email so that you know. Okay, so the trick on this is to remember 4. So I cut this at 4, yes. So I cut this, exactly. Well, you can do 3. You can do it however you want to. I'm just telling you what I did before. And then I scored it at 4, and I turned it over, and I scored it at 4 again. So 4 and 8, if you need it, if you wanted to use that. But I was trying to keep it very simple. Remember 4. You need a trimmer for this. You can't use a guillotine cutter. So on our trimmer, let's do a little lesson here. This goes to 1.5, and I chose that this was going to be the way that I wanted mine done, at 1.5 on one end, and then I'm going to do 4 at the other end. So it's very, very simple the way I do this. You go here and you put this at the 1.5, and we know that this is already cut to 4. So I'm just going to put this at 4, and now when I do that, I have to move this back down, and there's just enough room, if you do it like I said, to get that on there and cut that. Ta-da! Okay, so now we're going to fold this in. How many of you like fun folds? I know there's some of you who really like them and some of them who could care less.
Fun folds are fun folds.
I'll be honest, a simple card is really what excites me. Fun folds don't necessarily excite me. I do them because I know a lot of you like them, but see how this is like an arm? It's like that Z fold, only it's at an angle. So this is perfect because we can take this and we can adhere this right down to our card base because it's 4 by 4 by 4. And this is going to go right on the card base. And now we have a telescopic arm here. Is this like a bionic card? Like Sorry. The Bionic Man? Yeah, you're really coughing good tonight. Get some NyQuil in you. You guys better believe that as soon as we're done here, we're taking a shower and going to bed. Okay, so now I've got this telescopic arm on our base. This is where all the fun happens, right? So the card has not been hard. It's been a base with a mat, super simple, and then the white 4 by 4 by 4, right? So it's very easy to do, and 1.5. All right, let's get into doing some decorating. So let's start here. Let's start with this yellow piece. Now, I could have done anything. I could have done our arches. We've got the arches. I could have done the arches. I could have done circles on this. I chose this because I think that this is a neat thing that people don't see on cards is the octagon. No, the hexagon. Hexagon. There you go. So when you're looking at this, if I'm...
keep thinking of the octagon.
I guess so. So when I look at this, everything has got to line up to hide behind this when we're doing it. So let's start with this piece. I am going to use this little piece, and I'm going to use our silicone matte craft sheet. This is phenomenal because if you get any glue on it, you can take it right off, which is awesome. And you can run it through and have like our sticky sheet, our double-sided tape sticky sheet. I absolutely do not think I have as much control on something that is this thin, so I use the green glue because it gives me a little time to get this aligned. So what I'm going to do, I can get this going, and I'm sorry for the sniffles, is I'm going to put, this is very tacky stuff. You don't even have to like fill it completely around. I'm just doing a very thin bead on each of the hexagon. Is that right? Hexagon?
Legs of the hexagon.
Yeah. Then I'm going to take our reverse tweezers and pick it up because it is thin. All right. Now I'm going to put this right on top. I think this is the easiest way. Yeah, I think it's the easiest way myself, but you can do, and this gives me a little bit of time that if I need to move it around a little, I can. So, there we go. There we go. Okay. Now I have one of these ones in white, and we're going to do, in the stamp set, I've got a little crumb cake here, and in the stamp set, there's these little dotsy dots, and I thought I'm going to use those. So I'm going to take this. I don't want to have a lot of dots. I'm just going to kind of change this around. Some of these are going to be hidden. Actually, I think that's enough for what I plan on doing. And then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to fill this in. That little detail of that is so awesome, I think. Okay, now as you see me playing with this thing, I want you to notice that I always tell you my tips and tricks. So I have the flat side up here. That's just easier for me. But now when I go to hook this on, I need to hook this because this largest one is going to go back here. I need to hook it with the point up at the top. It doesn't matter which one because they're the same. Just have the point up at the top. So, but I need to start. Here's the trick. You need to start with this one. And I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because this curves and this is going to set how I set the ones all the way from here. So I realize that I'm going to go to where that point is, but it's going to be higher up here. So I'm going to take my finger here and I'm just going to mark that because it can be, I can have more glue up there. I don't want, this might be a good place too if you, I don't want to have glue coming up and over because then it'll glue my card. So let's make sure I've got that in the right spot. And I do. Now, if you
doing that on your rubber mat?
I'm not, but I don't have any glue coming through.
Oh.
That's why I showed him that trick, Bill.
Oh, gotcha.
You don't want to have any glue coming through. Now, if you were to get glue coming through, take your emboss buddy and just pat it, and that kind of sops up that glue and keeps it from sticking if you were to have a squeeze out or something. But really try to line it up to where this and this. Now this is going to be it's going to set the way for the rest. So when I go here, it's obvious I need to do this one. So let's do a little more. That was crumb cake on the dots. Now we're going to use Tuxedo Black. This is our Memento ink. And I gotta look at what I want. Let's see, friends. That one. Okay, I chose this for the inside. This is You Are Remarkable in Every Single Way. Yes, you are, Bill, even if you give me the plague.
gave me this.
I did not. So remember, keep that up. So I'm just going to put this right in the middle here. And then we'll glue this together. Now, for the most part, I always say to stamp before you put stuff on, but I'm breaking my rule tonight and I'll explain it. So I need the point up at the top so that this point is up at the top. That way we know that we are on here. And this is going to go behind here. So these are the same size hexagons. I had to stop and think. So I want to make sure that wherever I have it, it's in the same place as my yellow one, okay? This isn't hard. It does take a little thought process, but it's not hard. So for those of you who can't think, I get it, but we're fighting on colds, and we're doing it. Well, I'm doing it. He's over there sitting there. What are you doing? Lazing. That's what you're doing.
Not lazing, I'm watching.
I don't pay you to watch. I pay you to be the production manager. Get up and work. Okay, so now fold that right on over. Now there is a little, if it goes outside, you got a little room with that green glue. So now these line up perfectly, right?
That's so cool.
You like that?
Yeah.
I'm glad you like it. Okay.
Kind of, Mama's Day card or something.
It could be a Mother's Day card. I'm not even done with it yet. You haven't even seen how fancy this thing is going to get.
Oh, that's true.
So I've got 2 pieces of the smaller cut hexagon, and we're going to do the same thing. So it needs to line up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to line it on this one upside down. So this is the side that I want showing. So I'm going to line it upside down, and I am going to adhere this down on this bottom part.
People are liking this fold.
It's going to be fun when I'm done. Get that lined up. Stick it. Now you see I lined it just up on the bottom part. Oh, there I got a little carried away. Now on this one, I'm going to do the whole thing. So, and line this up on this side. Ha-ha, right? So now the card, it has that arm. So it's just that Z fold, but it has that arm. Okay, here's where we're going to start to get a little fun. We're going to need some dimensionals right here. And I'm going to just do down the center, probably more than I need. Have you guys done this fold before? Is anyone going to try this fold? I know some people like them, and some people say, I don't have time for that. And that's fine. I feel the same way. Okay, so I'm hooking it on this side. So here's where I break my own rule. I always say stamp before you put it together, but I needed this one put together before I put this sentiment. This says, friends are flowers in the garden of life. And I think this is such a pretty card for that sentiment, and I love that it's the up and down. So since it's the up and down, and I don't know what my deal is, but I turn things. Hold on, guys. We've gone through so many boxes of tissues. I could let my head face down for so long, and then my nose runs. So I'm going to ink it up in that black ink, and then I'm just going to
loving this.
Place it here. Well, it is a fun card. We haven't even gotten to the embellishments or anything.
The bling?
The bling bling. Okay. So I can put this back away. You can tell I've been talking a minute. Okay, so here's the card, right? Isn't that just so cute? I just think it's so cute. Now you could do this with any shape. Don't hold yourself to these hexagons. Hexagons. You can have any shape. Circles would be really cute because they're very forgiving. But I do love these hexagons.
Who's going to try this?
So now, I'm not done. What's going on?
Well, I'm asking now for the answer.
Well, you got to watch it.
I am.
You tell me who's going to try it. The email for this one will go out on Monday. And, of course, you're always able to... I got a new one because I ordered a bunch. This is my favorite stuff, but where's the thingy? I want to tell you a trick, too, with this, but now this thing's going to come apart and not... Yeah. And there's a trick to this, but but you have to be able to start it. Where is it? Where's the start? Here it is. Okay, they inlay it. Okay. So, remind me of the trick because it has to do with the container with this, okay? But we're going to start. I'm going to take a bunch off here because I'm going to do one of my little triple bows that I love so much.
With the ribbon wrap.
With the ribbon wrap, that's right. Okay.
Oh, got
so
3 or 4 of them
that are going to try this.
Somebody's doing it Friday. Kathy is.
Oh, okay. Awesome. It is really easy because you don't have a whole heck of a lot. I'm going to wrap this first, then I'll show you the trick with that. So run it down into the center, pull it up in the middle, tie it off in just a little granny knot, and then push the other side in through the middle, flip it over, go up through the center, and tie it again. Okay, this gets a very nice little triple bow. And so I'm going to pull this down. I think it just helps get those tails. And then I'm going to easily and gently pull this off like so. And then here we have just a marvelous little triple bow. Isn't that great?
Yes.
That is so awesome. So I'm going to use a piece of rolled up mini glue dot.
I've lost count.
Of what?
The number of people who are going to try this. I got to go back up.
Oh. Oh, good, good,
I'm
good.
running out of fingers.
I'm so glad.
I'm getting my toes now.
This would be good for Mother's Day card, Bill. You're right. I'm going to trim off some of these, some of the length on that. Now, this is unavailable. This is our twisted, what is it called? Twisted, gold twisted thread. So here's the trick when you don't have it coming off the end. To get the end, you wind it up, pull some of this back. Do not use your paper snips. Use a different pair of, cut just a little notch in that on your thread, and then you can push that through, and now you can find it.
That's better than trying to look for it.
Like I was doing. Okay, now I am going to be, these are currently unavailable too, but they'll be back in stock. These are the tiny bees. I love these bees. I can't imagine. You could use the brush brass butterflies. I brought those out for another option, but I like these bees, so I'm going to use the bees because I think they're cute. The other thing that I like, this does mail on one stamp, even though it has all these layers, but if I put my bees down here, then they're not getting caught on in the mailing thing. So I should have cut this in half, but I didn't, so here we go. I'm going to take your pick tool and smash that on there. Let's cut this one. See, I lost the end. It's right here. And we'll roll that up. And let's do one down here. I gotta flip it over. They are tiny.
Very.
Okay, and then we'll put one here. And the last one. let's do here so that we've got 3.
Sorry.
You're fine, Bill. You guys know, right? I mean, we're sick. Okay, so now let me put this up. These will be back in stock. These are the tiny bee trinkets. This was the gold twisted thread. It will be back in stock. Like I said, if you want an alternate option, you can use the brushed brass butterflies. This is the card. I just love it. Now you see all the little tips and tricks to get it lined up so that it is perfect on your card. Isn't it cute? I love it. So stinking cute. Now this card will be available for next week's drawing, and I'm gonna.
Ooh, you gotta share it.
Yes, we'll have 2 of them. You got to share this video to your social media wall. And this was the meant to be dies. You can type it in if you're not a scrapbooker. I know a lot of people that watch me are card makers, not scrapbookers, but you can use the same thing for card making as you do scrapbooking. It's the same idea, just one's bigger. And this is the You Are Remarkable. Now you're not going to find this or this in any catalog. This is an online exclusive that just came out. I used it to make this card and this card earlier this week. So
is that
yeah,
a new host code?
This is a new host code. If you're ordering through me, I was getting to it, Bill.
Okay.
Please use the current host code. This is the current one. I will definitely get that in that video, but it'll have to be tomorrow. We're going to go to bed. Please use it on all orders $149.99 or less. And we would appreciate it if you would comment, like, share. We do appreciate that. So we'll be back here next week unless we get deathly ill.
Hope not.
I hope not either. We're hoping to heal up. We've got vacation coming this month and we're looking forward to it. So you guys have a great evening and we'll be back next week, 7 p.m. Central Time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.